What's going on, guys? TTL here. Gonna go over my top 5 props of the day for NBA. February 28th, 2025. Almost March, guys. March is gonna be amazing for us as well, just like February was. If you guys are interested in joining VIP, I do post every single slip that I personally play, whether it's on a sports book, Underdog, or any of the other pick'em apps. I post every single slip I play in VIP. You guys can sign up on Patreon or on WAP. Both of these are fine. On Patreon, you just scroll down, you click join, and then on WAP, you click join as well. It'll give you weekly, monthly, and annually options. And then you can just click connect your Discord on the left, and it'll give you VIP access in the Discord. If you guys are interested in signing up, go ahead and join up using the links in the comment, the pinned comment, or in the description. And as always, you do get a free month of VIP if you sign up to any of my partners like Underdog. You can do so by using code TTL when you first sign up, and you get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Or you can just scan the barcode. I do have a a QR code, not a barcode, but I have a QR code in the bottom left that you guys can scan with your phone, and it should take you to the Underdog app and let you use our code. So go ahead and get in on Underdog, guys. As always, I'm going to give you guys a money line first that I'm playing over on Shuffle. Go ahead and just go over there, and then we're going to go over the 5 props on Underdog. So in total, we're giving 6 props today because this actually isn't a money line today. I actually liked a player prop over on Shuffle today. But I'm taking Buzelis under 5.5 rebounds. This is at minus 161, putting $161 on this to pay out 261. So $100 profit on this slip. Just taking it as a solo prop by itself. That's why why I'm actually taking it on Shuffle instead, because Buzelis can be the type of player that has a pop off game, and I didn't want this prop to ruin any of our slips if it didn't hit. So I would rather take this as a solo prop by itself over on Shuffle, and then the rest of them I'm going to take over on Underdog here. So let's go ahead and pull it up on the second monitor, get everything pulled up so I can give you guys all of the picks. And it's actually 4 props, not 5. I apologize. One of these was a gimme pick. So I'm not going to give you guys a gimme pick because it literally just makes the line 0.0. There's no reason for that. So the top 4 props of the day. And we're going to start out with Dennis Schroder. And we're going to take Schroder over 3.5 assists. We can see it's a 0.91x. I actually got this at full payout earlier today. So a 0.91x though, I still really like this. I still think he should cash this. Because it is the same line, but I still think it's worth taking for the value at 0.91x. If it gets down to a 0.85, that's probably the area I would stop taking. But Dennis Schroder over 3.5 assists. Let's head over to predictiveprofits.ai. This is a tool I created, by the way. Use code TTL50 for half off your first week or your first month. And we can go ahead and just type in. We can sort it by hit rate as well. But we're going to go ahead and just type in Dennis. And we can see Schroder assist 3.5. The odds on sportsbooks is minus 125. So if you can get it for minus 125 on sportsbooks, feel free to go ahead and do that. But I'm loving this 70.77% projected hit rate. This is all based on 10,000 simulations that were ran using all of the past data, the injury news, everything. And when we take a look at Dennis Schroder, we can see he's gone over this line in 4 of his last 5 games, in 7 of his last 10 games, and in 37 of 53 games this season. He's against the Nuggets defense, who are 30th in the league for assists allowed, allowing 29.2 assists per game. We have him projected for over 5 assists in this matchup, with again a projected hit rate of 70.7%. You can see his average minutes played this season is 28.5. Over his last 10, he's playing an average of 21 minutes. And last 5, he has been getting less minutes with an average of 19 minutes, 18.6 minutes played per game. But I'm still loving this. He's gone over this in 4 of his last 5. The one game he went under was by 0.5, and he played 18 minutes. Now, I do have him projected for over 20 minutes tonight. And if we wanted to, this is a new feature I added to Predictive Profits. We could change this to be only games that were 20 minutes and higher. So with 20 minutes and higher this season, he's hitting 34 of 46, He's hit in 8 of his last 10 games where he's had 20 minutes or more, and he's hit in 4 of his last 5 where he's had 20 minutes or more. So let's go ahead and lock in Dennis Schroder here and move on to our second slip or our second prop of the day. And we'll add him to the slip builder so we can see the positive EV percentage at the end here. Next up, we're going to take Porzingis. We're going to take his under 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This line is still normal payout. This is versus Cleveland, and the Cavs have a great defense. So I'm loving this under today. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Everything is pointing towards this under as well. We're going to start off. We're going to go ahead and add him to that slip builder I was talking about. Minus 120 on sportsbooks, a 72.32% projected hit rate based on those simulations. When we take a look, we can see he's going under this in 4 of his last 5 games. He's going under this in 8 of his last 10 games. And he's going under this in 22 of 32 games this whole season. The Cavs defense, as I mentioned, are phenomenal. They are 8th in assists allowed, 10th in points allowed, and 10th in rebounds allowed. I don't think we're going to have any issues with him going over this line today, especially with that recency bias on how he's played recently. But we're projecting him for 27.3 PRA and a hit rate of 72%. He's averaging 28.8 minutes played per game this season, and he's shooting around 13.6 field goal attempts per game. Well, when we take a look at his last 10, we can see over his last 10, he's averaging 31 minutes per game, and he's shooting 14.5 field goal attempts per game. And that is going to lower a little bit when we look at the last 5. We can see 30.8 minutes played, and he's shooting around 13.6 field goal attempts per game. So we'll round up there. We can safely assume he's going to shoot, well, first of all, anywhere between 11 and 16 field goal attempts in this matchup tonight. But we can assume around 13, 14 attempts tonight. Now, with that being said, we can see he's made 4 of 11, 6 of 15, 5 of 11, 10 of 16, 8 of 15. So the only game he went over in his last 5, he actually shot 10 for 16, which is a great field goal percentage, something he's not going to be able to keep up. We can assume on average he's going to shoot around 50% field goal percentage. So we can assume around 14 field goal attempts with around 6, 7, we'll say 7 just to go against us actually. But we can say around 7 field goals made this matchup, which would be 14 points. And then he would need 16 rebounds and assists to go over. Now, obviously, he's going to get some free throws as well, but I don't think it's going to be enough for him to go over 29.5 PRA. He's went under with 15 field goal attempts, He's went under with 20 field goal attempts in this game. I just don't see him going over this tonight. So let's go ahead and take in Porzingis under 29.5 PRA. Next up, we're going to take Grady Dick. These last 2 props, I will go ahead and warn you, these last 2 props are altered payouts. They're like 0.85x, 0.9x, somewhere around there, maybe even 0.8x. But they're both 3-point made props that I think will hit really easily. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. Grady Dick over 1.5 3 points made. 0.84x right here is what we're getting on this one. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Grady Dick. Going to go ahead and check him for the slip builder, get him added to that. Minus 170 on sportsbooks, a 69.94% projected hit rate. And when we click on him, we can see he's gone over this in 4 of his last 5 games. He's gone over this in 7 of his last 10. And he's gone over this in 36 of 52 this season. The Bulls defense, 18th in the league, allowing almost 14 3-pointers per game. We have him projected for 2.05. Minutes played, he's averaging 30 minutes per game, with an average of 6 3-point attempts per game as well. Over his last 10, he's averaging 28.3 minutes played per game, and he's shooting 5 3-point attempts per game as well. And over his last 5, he's having an average of 5 attempts and 29 minutes played per game. Now, I will say we do project him to have around 25, maybe 30 minutes today. So I'm going to go ahead, 25 to 30 minutes is what I project him for. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to set this max to like 35 because I don't see him getting more than that, like tops. And we're going to go ahead and set the minimum to around 23 minutes because that's the minimum I would see him getting tonight. And with that being said, we can see he's still gone over in 4 of his last 5. Over his last 10, he's gone over in 8 of his last 10. And this season, 29 of 40 games this season. So that actually bumps up his season-long hit rate to a 72.5%. It just gets rid of those games where he's gotten in foul trouble or he's gotten sick in the middle of the game. Anything like that, it gets rid of those games and it makes us, even in blowouts, he should play 23. And if we wanted to, we could put this up to like 26, and then we're going to go all the way up to an 81% hit rate. So obviously, the more minutes he plays, the more attempts he's going to have, and the more shots he's going to make. But I see him making 5 or 6 3-point attempts tonight, and I think he's going to be able to make, honestly, probably 2 or 3. But as long as he goes over that 1.5 line, that's what I'm worried about, and that's what we're hoping for. Last but not least, we're going to take Miles Turner over 1.5 3-pointers as well. This one's at 0.81x to round out our 4 pick. Go ahead and take a look. We're going to go ahead and check him over here. Minus 190, 69.06% hit rate. 4 over his last 5, 9 of his last 10, and 32 of 50 this season. The Miami Heat defense is terrible, 20th in the league, allowing 14 3-pointers per game. We have him projected for 2.27 in this matchup. He's playing an average of 30.8 minutes per game, and he's shooting up 5.4 3-point attempts per game. Over his last 10 for that recency bias, we can see an average minutes played of 29.2, 3-point attempts 6.5, and over his last 5, 6.8 3-point attempts per game, and 27.6 minutes played. He only played 6 minutes in one of these games. Not sure what happened that game, but we can see the one game he didn't go over his last 5, he played 6 minutes. So let's get rid of those scragglers like that, right? So let's go ahead and just bump this up to, let's say, 20 minutes, because he should get more than 20 minutes in any game. And we can see he's gone over this in 5 of his last 5. And now his 3-point attempts, he's shooting 6.8 on average per game. Minimum 4, maximum 10. We can assume safely that he's going to shoot 4 or 5 attempts today, minimum. Over his last 10, he's gone over in 10 of 10 with a minimum of 4 3-point attempts and a maximum of 10, an average of 6.8. And this season, he's gone 65.3%. 32 of 49 games he's went over where he's played a minimum of 20 minutes with still an average of 5.4 3-point attempts per game. So when we look at the recent games, he's been crushing it. I think he should be able to crush it again tonight. And I see him getting 5, 6, maybe even 7 3-point attempts tonight, in which case he should easily hit at least 3 points. So let's go ahead and lock in Miles Turner over 1.5 3-pointers made. Let's hit 4 for 4. We can see this is a 6.19x. So we can go ahead and back to the props, go to the slip builder, and we're going to type in. So we can see this has a 24.72% chance of cashing based on the projected hit rate. So when we put in a 4.1x, we can see that's around the 4.05x is what we would need to break even long term with this slip. But we're getting a 6.19x. So when we go up, we can slowly see the recommended units is slowly going to go up. And for this prop, it's going to recommend 1 unit, and it's a positive EV slip of 53.02%. And you can drag this around wherever you want to do it. You can hide it, whatever. You don't have to use it if you don't want to use it. But this has been really helpful for me to be consistent with my unit sizing and for me to be able to actually stay profitable with that bankroll management. So if you guys are interested in predictiveprofits.ai, as always, you can use code TTL50 and get half off your first week or your first month. I would definitely recommend giving it a shot and trying it out. We also have the betting predictor, which gives you exact money lines, spreads, game totals, that kind of thing, and tells you exactly what to take every single day. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Let's cash out today. Let's go 4-0, and I'll see you guys in the next video.